A lot of activities in the world of football while Argentines really have their hearts in their mouth yesterday. Good one for them. They were able to scale through. Welcoming you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. We quickly look around the sporting stories. A lot of juicy ones there. World Cup is really getting very interesting now. And now we just have to start from the home scene. Talking about the National Sports Festival, President Muhammadu Buhari declares 24th National Sports Festival open in Asaba. Yes, all the athletes are there right now fighting for honors. But yesterday was the opening ceremony, and President Buhari was represented by Honorable Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Sunday Dare, who actually made it, at least delivering that keynote address to welcome all the athletes that will be competing in 36 states, and also the FCT, where they have a colorful opening ceremony. Well, it's always a good one because since the 70s, when this National Sports Festival started, for Nigerian youth to at least come together to showcase their athletic skills, and that has been ongoing. And right now we are happy that the 24th edition is actually going well in Asaba after what happened just 2 weeks ago when a lot of people were looking at will it hold or not. But right now it has started. To let you know, just yesterday, Delta State defending champion, actually they won the first gold medal in 12-kilometer cycling, and they did it convincingly there. Right now, they are defending champion. They won about 158 gold medals in the last edition that took place in Edo State, talking about Delta State. And right now, they say they want to host and win. I have in the studio, Yusuf Akogu is here. Yusuf, nice one.
Always good to be here.
Good one.
Talking sports.
Yes. Well, looking at the fact that right now, I can imagine what's happening in Asaba now, because that particular state is agog with different tunes of athletes chanting, buying, running, competing, and all that.
Absolutely. You know, the National Sports Festival is one of the interesting sports.
Our own Olympics.
Absolutely, our own Olympics. So to say, it's very interesting one, bringing all the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory together. I think it's a very, very good one. Over 30,000 athletes that we have in this year event. That is a little, I mean, more than 2,000, I mean, 2,000 more than what we had in Edo State, which is a very, very good one. More
colorful, very colorful
about 30 sports
ceremony
as well. Yes, and the opening ceremony yesterday, you know, very, very, you know, colorful and very, very interesting. And you heard the minister, I mean, the governor of Delta State promising that, of course, just like Edo State, which is their next door neighbor, did it in at the last edition. There too, they will actually, you know, ensure that they also have a very, very good outing at this 21st edition as well.
Good one there. Well, Delta State right now is agog with different athletes. Over, like, in fact, up to 14,000 according to the record coming in. That's about 14,000 athletes are ready to compete there. Already they've started since yesterday, and it's going well. Well, National Sports Festival, Nigeria Olympic Games, and we just can't wait to continue to give you updates concerning that competition taking place in Asaba, Delta State. Well, from that particular story, we talk about our women. Yes, the World Cup has been covering so many competitions taking place across Nigeria, but we'll do our best to make sure we give you updates on all the activities happening around. Let's talk about Nigerian Women Football League. If the men are yet to start, the women have started now. They had their match day one fixtures, or rather matches game play yesterday, and we have the result for you there. Talking about Nigerian Women Football League match day one result, where we look at Osun Babes defeating Royal Queens 2-0. You have Abia Angels defeating the Robo Queens of Lagos 1-0. Also, Nigeria Tel 3, Atlant 1. Nasarawa Amazon pipped Edo Queens by a lone goal, and have Bayelsa Queens scoring 1-2 goals against Rivers Angels. Always a battle when you see the South Angels and Queens fighting, and Adamawa Queens versus Ibom Angels 2-0 there. It seems this time around the battle of the Queen and Angel, the Queens actually won.
Absolutely. When you look at it, most of the Queens that won actually played at home. You understand? So yeah, it's
all the home teams
actually won. So home advantage actually played out there. So this is a very good one for them, and you know, and very good for the development of female football in Nigeria as well. So I think this is to a very large extent to contribute to the the success of Super Falcons and other female team we have both at the national and then state level as well.
Well, really, our women football getting better every day. They just started it yesterday across different stadia in Nigeria. 6 matches were played, and we just showcase the result there. Looking at the result, well, good one for Nigeria Tells winning 3-1. They were the almost biggest winner, but they conceded a goal against Atlant Queens. Osun Babes, no goal against them, so 2-0. You have Bayelsa Queens also scoring 2-0. You have Adamawa Queens making it 2-0. So it seems, yes, like I said, the Queens won the battle against the Angels. well, let's quickly look at the way the table is actually looking at in Group A. Now it has started like a joke. They've started it now. Nigeria Tells so far in that group, yes, they have 3 points, followed by Bayelsa Queens, Osun Babes in that pecking order, Delta Queens, Heartland, Rivers, Royal Queens. Although too early to call, but at least the beginning is always good to make hay while the sun shines.
Yes, but it's too early to call. It's a long season. Just started just one match, so I think the next game, when the teams that played at home this week move to the other side, then the result might be different. So it's too early in the day, actually.
Well, but it's always good to start on a very good note. We hope that the Abuja-based team, Nigeria Tells, will do well in this particular Group A. And who knows, maybe they can fight their own way against all the likes of Bayelsa Queens, who right now they are defending champion of Nigerian Women Football League. Let's look at Group B standings too, as they played their first matches yesterday. Adamawa Queens, well, they are top in there. Abia Angels, Nasarawa Amazons. You have Confluence Queens, Edo Queens, FC Robo Queens of Lagos, Ibom Angels. Just like the way it normally starts, even abroad. But right now, I can bet with you, watch out for the likes of Edo Queens, Nasarawa Amazon. Watch out for Nasarawa Amazon. Watch out for Edo Queens. Those two and FC Robo Queens. The 3 teams will be coming up later.
Absolutely. I think sometimes it's not really how good you start at the beginning. It is how you are able to sustain
the momentum.
Yes,
sustaining the momentum.
You understand? So that is, I don't want to bring in the Premiership in here. Sometimes
maybe you can. After all, you analyze.
Because we usually, Arsenal always start, like a house on fire. But when it matters most, you don't really find them at the top of the table. But maybe that is what is played out here.
So you are trying
when it matters,
you are trying to look at those
the big ones will come up.
Those teams that always start and show some IGG, right?
Absolutely.
IGG,
absolutely. Initial graduate. As you call it in Nigeria parlance.
Well, from the way it is now, Group B that we just showcased there, well, even though Adamawa Queens are leading, we are so sure that some teams will want to stick them there, the likes of Edo Queens, the likes of FC Robo Queens, Nasarawa Amazon. They will be coming to at least show their leadership style there. Look, talking about Nigerian Women Football League that we just showcased there, the result, also the table, it has started, and now we are waiting to see more of these games being played across Nigeria, waiting for the MPFL to start also, even though the IMC says, well, they are doing everything possible to make sure the Nigerian Professional Football League comes to limelight, that is on TV, and they are trying to see how sponsorship will get that done. We are waiting. The year is running out. That started December 1st. And we're still hoping that the league will start this year. Now, from the NWFL, let's go international. Let's go to Qatar. Matches have been played. Well, we saw some countries actually crying, the fans and all that. Let's look at the FIFA World Cup Group C and D result as it went down yesterday, where Argentina against Poland, after Lionel Messi missed that penalty, they were able to roar back. They won that game 2-0. McAllister for the 6th minute, and Alvarez scoring in the 67th minute. Mexico against Saudi Arabia. What's a way to go out for this competition? Very painful. Martin Chavez for the 752nd minutes goals rather. You have Al-Dassari scoring for them at the dot of time, 95th minute. But it wasn't enough for the 2 teams who fought hard in this group. They went out. You have Australia versus Denmark, where they pipped Denmark 1-0, courtesy of Matthew Leckie in the 68th minute. And you have France against Tunisia. It was a shocking result for France because Tunisia really did well. Kazri scoring in the 58th minute for the Tunisian, the captain of Tunisia. Well, it wasn't enough too. They also crashed out. So France, Australia, they were able to make it. Let's look at this together, Yusuf. Argentina, Poland.
Yeah, Argentina, Poland. I think Argentina, they lost against Saudi Arabia was like a wake-up call to them. They were one of the pre-tournament favorites coming into the game. When they lost that game to Saudi Arabia, everyone was like, what is happening to the the Messi-led Argentina team. But again, you see how they have been able to recover from that loss, beating Poland, beating Mexico, and then now they are through to the second round as the team as the group winner from that group. So I think going forward, I think Argentina is a team to watch out for. Very, very good compact. I watched their game yesterday. 2 good goals after Messi. Well, I don't want to say Messi missed. It was a fantastic save from
from the goalkeeper.
From the goalkeeper, fantastic save it was yesterday. But I was wondering yesterday, was Lewandowski on that pitch?
Yeah, it was there. That's football, you know. But really, Poland have been, to me, in fact, it's very painful that Mexico didn't make it.
Absolutely.
Mexico will have been more deserving to be in that round of 16.
Mexico or Saudi Arabia.
Yes,
have been a better team.
Because Poland have been, they've just been very lucky.
I mean, flattered to deceive. Absolutely. They've not done well. They've not been so convincing in this tournament so far. So I felt so pain yesterday when Mexico couldn't get that third goal and even had to
tried everything they could,
and
but it didn't come.
So it didn't come.
Well, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, both of them were hoping that okay, whoever wins will scale through. Yeah. Really, it was a very painful ouster for the two countries.
Absolutely,
because
they fought so hard.
You look at Poland in all the games they've played so far. They were lucky to score those goals.
Yeah. But according to the bookmakers, the bookmaker got it right actually. When the group was made, yes, it's going to be Argentina-Poland. So they got it right in that aspect. So but going into the round of 16 is going to be very tough for them.
A tough one. While we're looking at that, still talking about that group now, we're looking at how it went down. We're talking about Group C, and now moving on to talk about the other group 2 that play Group D. Well, just look at the way the table is standing anyway. No, let's go back to Group C now. Argentina, Poland. Well, they actually topped that group 6-4-4-3. Poland scaling through on goal difference, -1. What a painful experience for Mexico.
Yes,
-1, -2 for Saudi Arabia. For Poland, they just managed to qualify. In fact, they crawl like that, saying that if you can crawl, if you can run, if you can walk, they crawl to the round of 16.
Absolutely.
And I can bet with you, Poland they've not really shown class in this
at all. Coming up against France in the round of 16. I don't think they have enough firepower to stop that.
Maybe they'll go and get rejuvenated and see what they can do. Looking at Group C now, still talking about the tournament now. France, Australia, 6-6, and you have Tunisia, Denmark. It was, good one for France, although I wouldn't say they underrated Tunisia, but a lot of people were like, maybe they should have allowed Tunisia to qualify or something.
I think I'm more disappointed in Denmark than the rest of the team in the group.
Denmark, right?
Yes, because coming into the tournament, they was fantastic in the qualifiers. They won 9 straight games, you know, including they beat even France during the qualifier. But here they couldn't win even a game in the whole tournament. So I think I was more disappointed in them yesterday. They didn't put up a fight I was expecting from them. So we saw the Australian came out with like a house on fire. They needed it most. And they got it. So I think Denmark needed it more. But then when the game started,
you know what I noticed about this group stage. See, even though look at Senegal, they lost their first game, but they were like, we need to move,
exactly.
And they did.
Yeah.
But you look at the likes of people were like, France, the way Tunisia. If they have played their second game, the way they played first match, where they drew Denmark.
Yes.
The second game, they lost against Australia.
Their loss against Australia was a disappointing loss.
They shouldn't have lost that game.
Exactly. So that was their own undoing. Now, yesterday, I was actually praying for them to qualify, hoping that Denmark would do them a favor. But then it wasn't to be. But they got the job done yesterday. I wouldn't want to say that France underrated them because France has a very large squad.
They just wanted to rest some players. And when they saw that,
very, very, very well yesterday. Even when they rested some players, when Tunisia went ahead and when Kazri scored that goal, they introduced some of their big stars, Mbappe,
Griezmann
and all of them. Dembele. They were all introduced in order for them to get at least a draw from that game.
But it never happened. Tunisia, well,
so
that's
Tunisia so painful for them that the Denmark could not even do them a favor. I was expecting at least a draw from that game so that our African brother can squeeze into the
I think our African brother didn't do their job well. That's why that thing that says you just have to make hay while the sun shines actually matters.
Yeah, maybe the last minute rally
they actually supposed to beat Australia in that second. If they were to make a move, Senegal lost their first game.
Even against Denmark, they had a better chance of beating Denmark in that opening game. They played very well. They played very well in that game. But
you are supposed to take a cue from Senegal, who lost their first game. They roar back, showing that yes, they are Triangle Lions, and you can see what is happening now, scaling through to the next round. But the fact that they played draw in the first leg, maybe they've got complacent, carried away. At least we have a point. A Senegalese team that needed it most. Never look at the lost. They moved on.
Yeah, I think what happened to Tunisia in this aspect is the fact that maybe they felt that Denmark was a stronger opposition compared to Australia.
So they underrated.
Yeah, they underrated the Australians. Having played a goalless draw with the European giants, they felt okay, Australia is going to be an easy one for them. But then it wasn't to be. We saw what the Australians did in that game. Even though they had a better chance, but then the Australia got the job done, and then they did the same thing yesterday against the Danes, and then they are through to the round of 16. But again, the opposition in the round of 16.
Good one there. The Socceroos joined the Les Bleus of France right now. They've been able to qualify. Congrats to all the teams that have made it. Poland, Argentina. Now let's look at the FIFA World Cup round of 16 fixtures. Yes, as they are qualifying, we continue to give the update there. That will be coming up on Saturday and Sunday. Let's look at the teams that have so far qualified there. Talking about round of 16 fixtures. Well, we have Netherlands, USA, Argentina, Australia, France, Poland, England, Senegal. Well, it's getting more interesting now. But Yusuf, don't you think Australia, Argentina is like...
Well, I think Argentina, they've learned their lesson in this tournament so far. I think that loss to Saudi Arabia, I think it was a big wake-up call for them. I think it's a big lesson that they will not want it to repeat again in this tournament. I know Messi and his fellow co-travelers are actually here to win this tournament. Though it's going to be very tough, but then I think they won't repeat that again.
But I love the fact that Messi has been talking to his teammate that they should not be complacent because every team are here to win. Yeah. If Saudi could beat us, don't underrate Australia. The Socceroos, a lot of people are like, Argentina don't qualify for quarter-final. And he's already telling them, we should not underrate Australia.
Absolutely. That Australian team, they can beat anybody. What they did yesterday against the Denmark, they rendered Denmark useless. I was wondering, where is the Denmark goals going to come from? You understand? So I think against Argentina, it's going to be a very difficult one for them to make it through. But again, football is not mathematics. You can't actually predict. But if you look at Netherlands, USA, it's another game that you cannot predict. The America is very young. They have a very...
You just have to be very careful too. Talking about Netherlands, they must not underrate USA.
Yes, very, very young team. They have a very young team, very athletic. The McKennie, the Juventus man, in fact, one of they were carrying them on his shoulder. You have some of our African brothers as well.
I can tell you, except Poland really surprises me that day on Sunday. France will do everything possible to upstage them.
I don't think Poland has a chance against France because given what we've seen in this tournament so far, the French team, they are very, very compact team, very large in terms of squad depth as well. So the quality in there is too. I think they are too much for the. It will be too much for the Poland to handle. So I do not think France will have any chance at all.
Good one there. We just had to let you have a feel of how this is going to be coming up on Saturday and Sunday. They are arranging themselves now, the big boys. Now let's look at the fixtures for today. At least matches will be coming up from 4 p.m. We'll be playing simultaneously. Let's look at those fixtures that will be coming up today. Canada, Morocco, Croatia, Belgium. That's the Group F that will be playing, and Group E will be later at night. Costa Rica, Germany, Japan, Spain. Talking about Group F now. Canada, Morocco. Do you see? Okay, let's look at the way the table is so that we're able to look at it technically. Group F now. Let's look at Group F table as it's standing so that easily we'll be able to now look at it. Croatia 4 points, Morocco 4 points, Belgium 3, Canada 0. So already Canada, they know they are out.
Absolutely.
But
they're playing for pride.
So I'm seeing it's still very, very technical. Belgium can still make it.
Yes,
Morocco can make it. Croatia can make it.
Yeah, the thing is that all the teams have their destinies in their hand. The three teams there. Morocco needs to.
Morocco should just avoid defeat Canada.
They need to avoid defeat to qualify.
They need to win. Let should just win. Let them win.
They need to win and top the group. But they need to avoid defeats to make it to the round of 16. But I think they will beat Canada, given what they've done so far in this tournament. I think they are the best African team so far, given what we've seen. A very good performance they had there against the Belgium, the pre-tournament favorite as well. Perennial European underachiever anyway. So they did very well. I think Canada will do a very young team, very, very good on the ball, but I don't think they can stop the Moroccans.
Well, see, looking at the fixtures for today, Croatia, Belgium, Morocco,
yes.
Canada, a tough one there.
I think that is the game today, Croatia, Belgium.
A tough one there, looking at the way it is now. Well, Croatia, Belgium will be a match to watch because you want to see a lot of talent. Look at Modric, Eden Hazard, don't forget all the stars there. They want to fight hard to see who's actually scaled through, but that is by 4 p.m. See, looking at the fixtures, by night it's going to be Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan versus Spain. Spain should be very careful. The Japanese can be very... They shocked Germany. Costa Rica too shocked Japan. So it's kind of intertwined now. Let's look at the way the table is standing in Group E for us to quickly analyze how that group will be in Group E. Now, see Spain 4, Japan 3, Costa Rica 3, and Germany 1.
I think Costa Rica, they will fancy their chances against Germany. So because they know if they win, they are through to the round of 16.
It's possible.
So, but the German team are condemned to win this game. Not just by a lone goal. They need to win by a wide margin for them to qualify for the round of 16. So it's going to be a very difficult.
Maybe they will bring out their machine today.
Probably. I think Germany will make it through. Germany and Spain are still tip them to qualify.
Seriously?
Yes.
Well, it can be very dicey, you know. For Costa Rica, Nwfl that if they can get a win against Germany, even a draw, 4 points will be waiting for them. You know, if they can get a draw against Germany, who knows? You know, anything can just happen. Japan also, after Japan shocked Germany, Costa Rica shocked Japan. You can see now. So Japan, Spain should be very careful. Don't underrate Japan.
Yeah.
Germany should also be very careful. Don't underrate Costa Rica. Very dicey matches are slated for today. You just have to unveil those.
The 4 teams still have a chance to make it through.
Yes, you just have to unveil those at least games for you to have a very dicey one. All the teams have chance to qualify. Even Germany that having 1 point, if they play well and win convincingly against Costa Rica, they can still scale through. You never can tell. Never say never in football. In fact, this World Cup 2022 has been a kind of the one we call a shocker World Cup.
Yeah, I think it's what that tells you now is that there are no longer minors in world football. Anybody can beat anybody, and that's what we've seen so far in this tournament. We saw Japan did it against Spain. Germany, Saudi Arabia against Argentina. So I think it's
Costa Rica
against Japan as well. So this World Cup, if you underrate it, you can underrate any team at your own risk. That is what it is.
Your own risk or peril there. Talking about all the matches that will be coming up today and giving you updates on all the games, the table, and the player that even scored. Well, good one for Lionel Messi, who right now is carrying a lot of load on his shoulder. The whole Argentina, the whole map of Argentina is on his shoulder right now, trying to see how he can do well. But from the way it is against Australia, that will be a big one. They want to see how they can scale through. And for France, Poland, big one. I'm looking at England, Senegal. Seriously, I'm banking on Senegal. They should just let me down.
I think that game is going to be a very technical game. It's going to be a very difficult and technical game for the Africans. But I think it's difficult to predict.
It's not. I'm
because
not even
I think for Senegal, what they need to be more physical in that game. If they want to be, they need to be to bully the English for them to be able to.
But I look at this. I know the English. Yes, they want to come with their hype and all that. But I have that. I don't know. It's just coming that okay. There's this tendency that Senegal, all they need to do is play as a team.
They have what it takes.
They can do it.
They have what it takes to beat England.
It's achievable. I don't know why guys are
But the
afraid
quality, if you look at the quality in both teams, you can't compare. Absolutely. The England team is full of top quality players.
Wait. Let's be more technical now. Who are the top quality players there that Senegal don't have?
You
are only looking at their profile. You are looking at their profile.
Yes.
Now, when you look at players, just like Kudu said, you look at players. There are some players that are very talented, but they are not high profile players.
Yeah.
You understand? You can maybe tag them middle class profile players, average players. But really, if you look at an England squad, you are looking at EPL, you are looking at their names. You are not looking at Senegalese players. strong,
No,
fit. They can't do this.
They can't do it. They can't do it.
So we should,
some of the
stop looking
Senegalese
at
players
names.
too.
We should look at determination.
There are quite a good number of them in the Premier League.
Of
the like
course,
of
so
Salisu with Southampton.
Koulibaly is there.
Koulibaly is there with Chelsea. You have.
So that's why I say it's a balanced game.
All of them, they are also, it's going to be a balance
They
game.
can do this.
It's going to be
so
a very technical
it's only that
game.
Nigerians or Africans, forget about the name of the English player after all. We know how they hype all their players. But if Senegalese play as a compact team, this match is winnable. Let me use that word.
No, it is winnable. It is a winnable game. As an African, of course, I go with Senegal.
Well, before we wrap it up quickly, let me just give you 2 or 3 transfers to the Real Madrid are monitoring midfielder Bruno Fernandes at the World Cup. They want to see if they can get him to join them at the Los Merengues home there. Santiago Bernabeu watching Bruno Fernandes. Liverpool to move forward. Very militant. Yes, the former Arsenal sporting director to replace Julian Ward. Liverpool really need one now. They are looking at Miss Litton, who actually has worked with Jurgen Klopp at Borussia Dortmund. And the last one says Barcelona are tracking Ajax midfielder Mohamed Kudus right now, trying to see if they can get him. A lot of clubs want to get Kudus there. Barcelona, Liverpool, Real Madrid, all of them are looking at Kudus. He's now a star, man.
Absolutely. I said it on this program the other day that his days at Ajax are actually numbered. So
all the clubs are looking for Kudus.
Yeah, the quality is too much.
Good one there.
He has one of the best we've seen in this World Cup.
We've seen this wonderful player, Mohamed Kudus of Ghana, Black Stars, just do well tomorrow. It's possible you can do this. And Kudus has been a player that almost the biggest club in Europe are tracking right now. Always do your best whenever you have a chance. And Kudus is now a player, the most sought after player, maybe alongside Cody Gakpo. We have to go now. We just have to go now. Well, a hot kick player there. Good one, Yusuf, for coming on the show.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure being here.
Good one there for staying put to watch this show. 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.